Hey guys, it's Wraith calling. Thanks for stopping by the channel. Today we're going to take a more in-depth look at the A32, which is a Tier 4 Russian premium medium tank. It is the prototype predecessor to the T-34 that was actually used in World War II. It is a Tier 4 machine that sees premium matchmaking, so at best you'll only see Tier 5 tanks, which is actually pretty good and pretty rare. A lot of tanks don't do that nowadays. So what about the little monster? Does it make it special? Well, if you can see right now, I'm buzzing along. It's 70 kilometers an hour. That's the top speed. You'll see why I don't quite hit it, but it is capable of 70 kilometers an hour, and I will hit that here and in a few other replays I got stitched together for you guys today. The gun is a 76mm gun, has 110 average damage. The average penetration is about 66 or so. The premium ammo heat rounds aren't much better. They're only about 76, so against some of the Matildas you can really struggle with against Matildas. And there are a few other heavier tanks that you will struggle to pen. The view range on this is 320, which actually is not too bad for a Tier 4 tank. Track versus 40. Total armor is 35 in the front with very good sloping all the way around the tank, and 30 on the sides, and 16 in the rear. And you can see this little guy jumps to his death here. Sorry, too light. Turret armor is 35 all the way around, so you can get some surprising bounces off this, even against some Tier 5 tanks. I wouldn't make that a solid year against Tier 5 tanks. As Locust thought he could do some work on me and actually had loaded premium ammo. We showed him the area of his ways. So, but the bonuses it gets a 44% bonus to silver and a 48% bonus to crew XP. It's 360 hit points you get here, and the gold cost is 2,500 gold. And you don't see this tank get played a whole lot, and I don't know why. I don't know if they see it and just look at the base stats and aren't impressed with it. But this is a very good machine at Tier 4. The only Tier 4 tank you really have problems penning is going to be the Matilda. And sometimes the B2, which is another premium Tier 4 heavy tank. And this guy's just let me shoot around here. So you're going to see 3 different gameplays today. And this one's more of an aggressive, medium tank gameplay kind of style of game here. I'm fairly aggressive. You see I have a couple light tanks running with me. This is Duckla. And we are moving south. We will run the enemy base. But instead of capping the base, we're going to go chase the rest of these guys down. And I've already got 6 penetrations and 2 kills. Oops, there was someone that was trying to be sneaky, a little J2. Yes, you can pin the Panther 2J. It's possible. Armor's not that good. I'm waiting for shots on him right now. But it is possible. I mean, he's a little tough nut to crack, but his rear armor is not impenetrable. And oddly enough, he can't pin you. So let him have it. Yes, the sloping on his armor is very good. So even a lot of the high rate of fire, light, high penetration tier guns you'll see will bounce. You can even get the occasional bounce off the high penetration gun from Matilda, but don't rely on that because that thing is just rude in all sense and purposes. If you come across a Lux in a Tier 4 game or a Tier 5 game, avoid the Lux. He will murder you. Yes, they will clip you. But this thing's speed and maneuverability is not too bad. But the speed is where it's at. The view range is good for a Tier 4 tank, so you can even use this to scout with if you had to. The aim time is a little long on this gun. The aiming circle gets huge. You really do have to stop and let the shots aim in, but once it is a fairly accurate gun. You can see I'm putting this on this Type 95. He's not even can do much to me. We do have guys in the cap circle, but we are hunting these guys down. We're going to make them go away. Now my turret is damaged, the turret ring, so that's why my turret traverse is a little poor. There's an Electo, Tier 4 tank destroyer. And get my turret back up just in time. He gets all a little slow. Finish him off. So you're never going to do a lot of damage at any one time with this, but the pen on this gun is actually pretty good, and the damage is good. So this tank does hurt quite a bit. You can 2 and 3 shot most Tier 3 tanks. You can 4 shot a number of Tier 4 tanks. These aren't. The 110 pen at this low tier is very good. That's tank destroyer-like numbers. And only a few of the other derp guns this kind of damage output. So you see here I got some points for the mission. High caliber, bruiser, ace tanker, and also I got the cool headed. 1,000 damage, 385, gives you 1,200 base XP and 4 kills. And in just a moment we will move on to the next one. Alright guys, we are back, and this is Balanovka Rain. It's a standard battle, and now you'll see how this tank works going the other way. Again, it's another tier 4 battle, so matchmaking is always going to be good with this. And again, there's going to be tier 5 tanks you are going to struggle with, but at that point, I try to play like a light tank and get to the spot. So you see I'm going to play this very aggressively here again. And this is going to be more of a spotting type game. And you will see me try to be all ninja and stuff, because it's kind of like doing that with light tanks anyway. So this tank is great for it because it is very good at doing that. And I'm going to push all the way up to actually that divot there, right in front of the enemy base, right at C5, C6. Slide down this hole. Now you see there are plenty of... now you're wondering where the tanks are at. I haven't quite crossed the bridge yet, so I don't want to be spotted when I stick my head over, because if I've been spotted, they're all looking at me, and I don't want to be the center of attention. You never want to be the center of attention for the enemy team. But because of the speed of this thing, it allows me to get up here. This is arguably one of the fastest tanks in the game, clipping out 70 kilometers an hour. And I'm not running fuel. I mean, if you run fuel, you can probably do 72, 73, 74, depending what kind of fuel you want to credit you want to spend on the premium fuel for it. Or the premium fuel, 100, 110 octane, whatever you feel like doing. But I'm starting to get a little spotting assist here. And I was hoping it would come, enemy tanks would come one at a time down at me. One at a time I could take a lot of tanks. I'm kind of stuck awkward on this hill. One at a time they come down here, I could get them one at a time if they came, but no one comes at me. Our team does what they're supposed to do, and they march bravely on to go take the hill. We don't have too many tanks over there on the field side, so we got to keep an eye on that a little bit. There's a Hetzer right in front of me. Hetzers are bad because they do have big, heavy derp guns, or can have the 105 like he's got. And we want to murder him very quickly. Someone else take him out for me. We get the spotting damage for him. There is... Ooh. The little Panzer there is not going to last long. I'm still spotted. I slide back down the hill. Kind of give me a second to break contact. Not quite long enough. We are winning by 1. But the team is doing well. Our base is threatening to be overran. Pretty soon you'll see a guy start yelling in chat about we need to be aggressive and push and do things. And our guys are camping a little bit. And unfortunately, whenever you spot tanks and everybody else sees them, everyone wants to stop and shoot at the tanks, so they don't make much progress all the time like they're supposed to. And I'm getting shot at. They know I'm here. There's the B1. He's can be kind of a tough nut to crack for the A32, even with the heat rounds, because the heat rounds don't do a whole lot. And the Panzer S35 gives me a side. I did track him. Get some more spotting image in, light him up. And the advantage of that 320 view range is actually fairly decent with camo values and screw. Now I do have a good crew in this. This is actually the crew for my T62A, which is the tier 10 medium. And I do have 6 skills for this crew, including camo and a couple of spotting skills, stuff like that. Shoot on the move. So your mileage may vary depending on the crew you have in the tank, but having a good crew in any tank always can make the difference. I do run a premium consumable. I do run premium food. And you see I'm going to push up here to this hill and get a little closer down here. So now I'm not doing all the spotting work now, but I'm going to take some time to see if I can get some shots. I can't get any hits on him. They're both kind of behind a little slump in the hill down there. And I'm going to push up a little further up here. Not quite. I don't want to get on their base, because once you get on somebody's base, you let everybody know who someone's on the base. And it tells everybody there are bad guys on the base. I come over here, look around, realize we've got nobody back at our base, and my chances are that's where they're all going to be at. You see 2 of them are platooned together, so that's where they're going to be. And now to begin my run back, you can see I'm hitting at top speed, 70 kilometers an hour. We'll get back to the base relatively quickly. I'm outrunning the light tank behind me, mind you. So you can use this as a light tank. Need be. You can see I just did in this game here with 25 spots, a couple hits, a kill. Not bad. Our team was capping the base and gave up for some reason. I'm not sure why. So there we are. There is Rasaini. There's the Chihi. And got the gun aim in. Cuts in. Well, look at 123 damage. That's a good roll for this machine. Finishing healing. There's a Stug back there. So B-side on. He gets killed. That's it. That's the game. It's a very quick little game. And we'll take a look at the final stats. 360 damage, 1500 spotting damage, 2 kills. Again, I got 5 points from the mission. Ace Tanker again. Pretty good. I'll take another Ace Tanker. Base XP is only 1088 with 2 kills, but we'll say we got one more game coming, guys, and then we'll take a look at that one here. Be right back. Alright, guys, so the final match I've got pinned up here for you guys, another Malinovka Rain, but coming from the opposite direction this time. And you will get an idea of what the little A30 can do. Again, it's another Tier 4 game. I got lucky today. I had 5 games in a row when I played this, and I had 5 Ace Tanker badges. I had 5 games raw as Tier 4, so I had a very good run of luck with the little machine today. It's always fun to do. It makes an okay credits. It's good for training crews. And if you want a Soviet medium tank just for training crews and grinding out some silver, this is not a bad choice. Are there better? Yes. You can get some deteriorate Russian mediums. But this is definitely a fun little machine to play. And it's good for, I know it's going to sound seal clubby and being kind of clubbing the baby seals with it, but this is a good tank to actually achieve some of these operational type missions. As playing the A32. There are better tanks for it, but this is a good one to do it. And this is fairly new player friendly. A lot of the medium tanks, Tier 8, and whatnot you get aren't very friendly to newer players. This one can be. It lets you play it like a medium tank, and you can play it like a light tank either way. You see, I took a big hit early on, but so hopefully both of these games will give you an idea of how the gameplay for this can work and how you can do it. You can see I'm bouncing some shots due to angling, and I'm not going to make myself a target. I'm going to slide down here, get down to this little divot, much like I did the previous game. Is find a shallow spot where I can just peek up, make his spots, and now I got to watch my back over here a little bit because there are tanks over there. You see I'm aiming on those Panzer 38T and give him one good hit before he disappeared off my radar. Go up here and you see I'm seeing all these guys up here. Why I think this may be a good tank for a newer player to get used to playing is that it's not very expensive. It's 2,500 gold. Some of the Tier 8 medium tank, Tier 8 premium tanks can cost you $50. So if you're new to the game and want to get something you can play with and make some extra credits on and have fun and learn how to play light tank and learn how to play medium tank, this is a good tank for that. It lets you do a little bit of both. It's very user friendly, doesn't require anything. The gun's good enough to work to compete with tanks in its tier. It's forgiving for mistakes. And see, I'm snapshotting here. The Mark 38T's got a very good gun and can pose a threat to you. I'm just trying to, I get lucky and skip one out, but it was such an oblique angle. And I'm doing all this spotting work for my team. See, the game's only a few minutes old and I've got 21 spots already and 5 hits for damage. And here comes that Matilda. I told you about the Matilda. So I tried to track him, I missed. I'm going to run. I want running. And at this point, I didn't realize he got killed by the Electo for exposing himself. But he was frustrated me sitting here spotting everybody. I do take a couple of hits here. Take some shots fired at me. Duck back down. But that Matilda was a serious threat to my well-being. And I did not want him in the game. That's why I was trying to track him and pin him in place. There's a Panzer 2J. Now, I said we can pen the Panzer 2J, but this is long range. In the longer ranges, AP ammo tends to lose penetration values. That's why I switched to the heat rounds. You notice the heat round penetration values aren't any better. But he was giving me the flat sides there, so I hit him in the engine deck, light him on fire. Fire another one, skip over the top of him, and finishes him off. So your AP rounds can lose penetration over value. Heat rounds stay pretty consistent with their penetration over distance. So, hey, you guys think I'm seal clubbing? See all the old Panzer 2Js floating around here? Yeah, I'm not the only one seal clubbing, by the way. Just gotta be better than some of the other guys. And I'm pushing over here on the village. I know there's targets over here. I know there's guys behind me, but I know that this notch here I can sit. Kind of I get a little too aggressive for my own good at this point. I thought the light tanks behind me were pushing up faster than they were, and they weren't quite doing that. And I'm trying to get a little aggressive and get this guy and get another kill, get a kill. These are the last two guys left, so I do get a little aggressive. Oh, Fubar right for the Panzer. He's got a very good gun on him as well. I managed to track the P-44. The Panzer IV kills me. Yeah, I got a little too aggressive. I should have been more patient, let the team come and do their work. But you can see, I still had a really good game. He's not going to last much longer here. And then we'll get to the good stuff. There's one of our seal clippers throwing the lead from far away. Another one flying away far away. There's a Blitzen. Oh, goodness. Well, we won. So we'll take a look at the final stats of this last game, guys. Made 35,000 credits, not too bad. 5,500 XP. Guess this was a ×2. 5 points. Ace Tanker. I got the Scout. Scout? No, it's not the Scout. So there it is. And this game was actually from last night. So this one's 1,400 base XP, guys. If you're looking for a medium tank for the Russians to pick up, this is really not a bad tank to do. It's relatively inexpensive. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and keep your powder dry.